husband trouble. Okay, I'm going to a husband.
Hate to hear
for
it.
husband trouble. Okay, my husband tried to make a career change over the past 2 years. He has not had luck in the field he has chosen. I'm trying to be supportive, but how do you tell your spouse he needs to step it up and figure out a new career path? We are both in our late 30s and want to have children, but I really don't want to start a family with him if he cannot step up and recognize he needs to get a steady job. How do I confront him about this without emasculating him? I have a very steady job, and I'm up for a promotion. I just want him to have the same drive as me. I feel like I should note that we were married 3 years ago. I feel like I should note that we were married 3 years ago, and he had a steady income and great job that he loved before being let go. My husband has said he wants to follow his new career path, but it honestly seems like a dead end. We have dumped our life savings into his new career with no result, and I'm frustrated because it's all gone and nothing to show for it. His parents also corner me and call me and ask me if we're okay money-wise. I always say yes, we are fine, even though I know we could use the financial help. Do I tell his parents what is really going on, or do I continue to say everything is totally fine, even though I know that it isn't? I can also tell my family and friends are also judging him because they know my desire to have children, and I keep telling them we need financial security before going down the kid path. Help. This is a tough one, but it also... You know, this is in line with the things we talked about with, you know, having a supportive spouse. And everything she's saying, I feel her. I feel what, you know, the passion in the email for, like, we're in a situation here. What do you think, Peter Schrager?
Well, I waited 5 years to propose to my wife when I probably should have proposed after 2 years because I was so concerned about the financial elements of it and that I wasn't going to be able to provide or support. And I had this career that was so scattershot and was, you know, project based and was this to that. And then eventually I said, oh, well, you got to either shit or get off the pot here on this one. Now, having a kid's a whole other different story. I feel for this lady right here. I feel for her because she's been supportive for 2 years. And I think that's a good amount of time. And yet there's nothing to show for it. I would think that this has to be a real conversation with the husband, though. Like, what does he want in life? And if it's not clicking yet in this career, whatever it be, it might be he's trying to, I don't know, sell Ginsu knives. I don't know. But if it's not working yet and you've put 36 months into it, or as much as he's put 24 months into it, there might need to be a come to Jesus moment where we say, what are we doing here? Because at some point you just need to provide and we need to have a job. Not to give up the dream. You can still pursue it in other ways, but if there's absolutely $0 coming in and it's all on her and the whole rest of your life is waiting on whether or not he has an income, I don't know. I hate putting the onus on the gentleman in this situation, but if she's feeling so insecure about it and she's kind of waiting on the rest of their life to unfold, there might need to be a conversation.
Yeah, I want to ask you about this. Does there feel like a point where you and your wife became, because I would assume it became somewhat business partners as well? Is there a feeling of that, like financially, like, or is like, because right now it feels like she's in a business partnership where they don't talk to each other.
Yeah.
You know, like the idea that like there's a practical side to marriage where it's like, hey, what are our bills? What are our mortgage? What are we spending each week? What can we afford? Like, right? Like,
absolutely. I mean, look,
those conversations.
You know, I don't have to put it on you, but you guys are renting a place together. That's the first time where it's like, all right, how are we dividing this? Are we going half and half? Am I paying for all of it? Or what are we doing? What about the bills? What about the cable? And then you go, and it's every decision there. But like, you know, if we go on a vacation, it's not just going to be, all right, let's book it at this hotel. It's a conversation of what can we afford? What can we budget? What can we do? If we're sending our son to a preschool, it's all right, how much do we want to spend? How much can we spend? So yeah, it's not fun. It's not romantic. It's certainly not sexy, but those have to be conversations. And any successful relationship at least has that conversation where both sides of it are discussing the finances. Again, I hate those conversations. They're not fun. They're not why you want to spend your free time doing, but they have to be had if you're going to actually be able to experience life together.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what's missing here is that they're not, like she says, I don't want to emasculate him. I don't think this is an emasculating conversation.
No, it's reality.
It's reality. And also she brings up going to the parents because they ask if they need money. I don't think that's the way to go, because let's start at number one, and it's your business partnership, this relationship. Let's start with, hey, let's talk about our bills. Let's talk about the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, because she wrote something very specific in her email. Sometimes the answers are in the email.
Mm-hmm.
How do you tell your spouse he needs to step it up? So that's different than and figure out a new career path. She writes something about him being motivated. She wrote, I just want him to have the same drive as me. Here's the, like, when Peter Schrager tells his story, he's telling a story where his wife is his biggest champion because you are going out there and running the race. She's cheering for you in the race, not because you're on the sidelines. To me, if he's choosing a career path but not doing it, I see this all the time with comedy where people are like, oh man, I never get, I'm not doing well in comedy. And then you go, well, you don't go on stage.
Yeah.
I don't you never write. You never put anything out there. You never commit to a plan. So I think she needs to sit, it seems like it's twofold. You have to sit with him and just kind of what is the plan for this path the next couple of years?
There's also a difference. If he's at home watching Judge Judy every day and she comes home after a full day and sees that can be demoralizing for her as well. But if he's out there at least trying and all that stuff, I'd say cut him some slack.
Well, to me, it doesn't seem that she feels he's trying.
Yes.
That's and when you write step up and the same drive as me, that means there's a little Judge Judy going on.
And that's emasculating. If I ever heard my wife or a person that I love say that to a stranger or send an email saying the word step up that's completely destructive to my soul,
Well, that's because you do step up,
yes.
that. And so I think she's got to sit with them. You got to say, hey, what's our plan here? Because my plan, I see us having kids, getting a house, moving towards, you should just lay out and make it very me. I see these things happening for us, our business, our relationship. And if he's on a different page, then you have to go, okay, maybe we're not in the same relationship here. But it starts with, I think the conversation starts with, I want these things to happen for our company, our relationship as a company. And what is your plan towards making those goals happen? Or how many of these goals of mine are crazy to you? I would want to know that.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like the video you just watched. I have many more. Subscribe to the channel right now. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe, you fool. There's even a bell you can click to. Now you've got your week set Monday through Friday. I'm here for you.